Why do you find yourself constantly putting things off even when you know it's damaging your progress? Imagine this. You have a critical project due, a stack of tasks waiting on your to-do list, yet somehow you end up scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV shows instead. It's a cycle that many of us find ourselves trapped in. But here's the kicker. Procrastination isn't just a matter of poor time management or laziness. It's a deeper issue that involves psychological factors and patterns of behavior that can be tough to break. In this video, we're going to dive into the real reasons behind your procrastination and offer you practical, actionable strategies to overcome it once and for all. If you're ready to understand why procrastination happens and how you can stop it for good, stick around. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to beat procrastination and start achieving your goals more effectively. We've all been there. The cycle of procrastination that starts with good intentions and ends with stress and last-minute scrambles. It's easy to think of procrastination as a simple matter of poor time management or lack of discipline. We often blame ourselves for not being able to stick to a schedule or for failing to push through when motivation wanes. But if procrastination were merely about lacking willpower, we would have solved this problem by now, wouldn't we? The reality is that procrastination is a much more complex issue. It affects people across all walks of life. Students struggling with assignments, professionals facing deadlines, and even those dealing with personal goals and everyday tasks. It's not just about being lazy or inefficient. Procrastination is tied to deeper psychological factors that can create a cycle of avoidance and stress. In this video, we're going to explore the hidden reasons behind procrastination and why it's more than just a lack of discipline. We'll look into the psychological roots of procrastination, the impact it has on our lives, and provide you with practical strategies to break free from this cycle. Our goal is to give you a comprehensive understanding of procrastination and equip you with tools to make lasting changes. So let's dig into why procrastination happens and how you can take control of your productivity and personal goals. The psychology behind procrastination. To truly understand procrastination, we need to delve into the psychological factors that drive it. Procrastination is not simply a matter of poor time management. It's deeply rooted in how we think and feel about tasks, goals, and our own capabilities. Let's break down some of the key psychological reasons behind procrastination. 1. Fear of failure. One of the most significant psychological factors driving procrastination is the fear of failure. When we're afraid of not meeting our own or others' expectations, it can be paralyzing. This fear often leads to avoidance. Instead of starting a task and risking failure, we put it off altogether. The anxiety of potentially failing can prevent us from taking action, which in turn creates more stress as deadlines approach, and the task becomes more daunting. 2. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is another major driver of procrastination. If you have a strong desire to complete tasks perfectly, you might delay starting them because you're overwhelmed by the pressure to achieve an ideal outcome. This can lead to a cycle of procrastination, where you avoid starting tasks because you're afraid you won't meet your own high standards. The need for everything to be perfect can make it difficult to get started, and as a result, tasks remain unfinished. 3rd task. Aversion. Task aversion is the tendency to avoid tasks that we find unpleasant or boring. If a task feels tedious, difficult, or uninteresting, we're more likely to procrastinate. This aversion can lead us to seek out more enjoyable activities as a way of escaping the discomfort of the task at hand. For example, if you have to complete a lengthy report but find it dull, you might choose to spend your time on social media or watching videos instead. 4. Procrastination as a coping mechanism. For some, procrastination serves as a coping mechanism for dealing with stress or other negative emotions. It provides temporary relief from anxiety or discomfort. However, this relief is short-lived and often leads to more stress as deadlines approach and tasks pile up. Procrastination becomes a way to avoid confronting the underlying issues causing stress, but it ultimately exacerbates the problem. 5. Lack of motivation or interest. Sometimes procrastination arises from a genuine lack of motivation or interest in a task. If you don't find a task engaging or meaningful, it's challenging to muster the enthusiasm needed to get started. This lack of intrinsic motivation can lead to procrastination as you struggle to find the energy to tackle tasks that don't excite you. Understanding these psychological factors is crucial for addressing procrastination effectively. It's not just about finding more efficient ways to manage your time. It's about addressing the underlying fears, anxieties, and aversions that drive procrastination. The impact of procrastination. Procrastination isn't just an inconvenience. It has real-world consequences that can affect various aspects of your life. Let's examine some of the significant impacts of procrastination and how it can influence your personal and professional well-being. 1. Increased stress and anxiety. One of the most immediate impacts of procrastination is increased stress and anxiety. When you delay tasks, they tend to pile up, creating a sense of overwhelm. As deadlines approach, the pressure to complete everything in a short amount of time can be immense. This last-minute rush often leads to heightened stress levels and a sense of urgency that can be mentally and physically exhausting. 2. Reduced productivity. Procrastination can severely impact your productivity. When you put off tasks, you end up with a backlog of work that needs to be done quickly. This can lead to decreased efficiency as you try to catch up, resulting in lower quality work and missed deadlines. The constant cycle of procrastination and catch-up makes it difficult to maintain a consistent level of productivity. 3. Missed opportunities. By procrastinating on important tasks, you risk missing out on valuable opportunities. Whether it's a chance for career advancement, personal growth, or other significant milestones, procrastination can prevent you from seizing opportunities that come your way. For example, delaying the application process for a job or scholarship could mean missing out on a potentially life-changing opportunity. 4. Negative impact on relationships. Procrastination can also affect your relationships with others. When you delay tasks or miss deadlines, it can create tension and frustration among colleagues, friends, or family members. If you're constantly late on projects or failing to meet commitments, it can lead to strained relationships and a loss of trust. 5. Decreased self-esteem. Chronic procrastination can take a toll on your self-esteem. When you consistently put off tasks and fail to meet your own expectations, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. This negative self-perception can create a cycle of procrastination, where your lack of confidence further contributes to your inability to take action. Consider a student who procrastinates on studying for exams. As the test date approaches, the student feels overwhelmed and stressed, leading to a frantic study session. The last-minute cramming not only affects the quality of the exam performance, but also contributes to increased anxiety and poor study habits. Similarly, a professional who procrastinates on important projects may face criticism from supervisors, missed career opportunities, and damage to their professional reputation. Understanding these impacts can help you recognize the importance of addressing procrastination and taking steps to overcome it. The consequences of procrastination are far-reaching and affect various aspects of your life, making it essential to find effective solutions. Identifying your personal procrastination. To effectively address procrastination, it's essential to identify your personal triggers, those specific factors or circumstances that lead you to procrastinate. By understanding what causes you to delay tasks, you can develop targeted strategies to overcome these triggers. Here are some common procrastination triggers and how to identify them. 1. Overwhelm. Feeling overwhelmed by the scope or complexity of a task can lead to procrastination. When a task seems too big or daunting, you might avoid starting it because you don't know where to begin. To identify if overwhelm is a trigger for you, consider how you react to large projects or tasks. Do you feel paralyzed or unsure about how to approach them? Breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can help alleviate feelings of overwhelm. 2. Distractions. External distractions, such as social media, noisy environments, or interruptions from others, can pull you away from tasks. If you find yourself frequently getting sidetracked by these distractions, it's important to recognize them as triggers. Evaluate your workspace and daily routines to identify potential distractions. Creating a more focused environment and using tools to limit distractions can help improve your productivity. 3. Lack of clarity. Not having a clear plan or understanding of how to start a task can result in procrastination. If you're unsure about the steps involved or the overall goal, it's easy to put off starting the task. To determine if lack of clarity is a trigger for you, assess how often you delay tasks due to uncertainty. Creating detailed plans and breaking tasks into specific, actionable steps can provide the clarity needed to take action. 4. Perfectionism. If you're driven by a need to complete tasks perfectly, you might procrastinate to avoid the pressure of achieving an ideal outcome. Perfectionism can create a fear of not meeting high standards, leading to avoidance. Reflect on whether you avoid tasks because you're worried about not doing them perfectly. Setting realistic expectations and focusing on progress rather than perfection can help overcome this trigger. Task aversion. Disliking a task or finding it unpleasant can lead to procrastination. If you avoid tasks that you find boring or difficult, it's important to recognize this as a trigger. Consider how you react to tasks that you don't enjoy. Finding ways to make tasks more engaging or rewarding, such as incorporating elements you like or using positive reinforcement, can help reduce task aversion. Identifying your personal procrastination triggers is a crucial step in developing effective strategies to overcome them. By understanding what specifically leads you to procrastinate, you can address these factors and improve your ability to take action. Effective strategies to overcome procrastination. Now that we've explored the reasons behind procrastination and identified personal triggers, let's discuss practical strategies to overcome it. Implementing these strategies can help you break free from the cycle of procrastination and enhance your productivity. 1. Breaking tasks into smaller steps. Large tasks can be overwhelming, leading to procrastination. To make tasks more manageable, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. For example, if you need to write a lengthy report, start by outlining the main sections, then focus on writing one section at a time. By tackling smaller pieces, you can make the task feel less daunting and easier to complete.